Hello and welcome to another update video about MATIC. So MATIC's chart is still active. Yeah, it allows for further extension to the upside into that sort of 180 region. We talked about that in yesterday's video and in the video before that as well. As long as we're holding above 135, this can certainly still push higher, no problem at all. But it needs to hold 135. Below that level, this wave 4 will cut into this wave 1 price region. But we're not doing that yet. Yeah, we're not doing that. We're holding for now. Even though it did not make use of the sort of, you could call it bullish pennant here. However, the so-called bullish pennant has morphed into something more like a maybe a bull flag. Yeah, if you want to call it like that. Bull flags are often zigzag patterns. A, B, C. So we've got three waves down, as you can see. Now we just need to see after this ABC structure is finished here in a wave 4, possibly a wave 4, we need to see, does it now rally impulsively? If not, we do have an extension, and we're talking here about a WXY pattern. So just to explain that, whenever you have a wave 4, you're normally looking for a correction not more than the 50% retracement. So here we're talking about, 135. Yeah, I don't have a very good visibility of what the subwave count could be here, because there's no point. Yeah, there's no point. It's extremely difficult to try to make sense of this in the micro count. Yeah, I could also just not give you here any kind of subwave structure, but I always try to give my best to give you some kind of a of the roadmap, right? And so therefore we get this 135 level. It's a very relevant one. It's also the previous significant swing high, and as long as we're holding that, it should still be able to push once more, at least in the fifth wave. Now again, looking at this structure here, we can say, okay, I do identify 3 waves down in an A wave, or maybe even 5 with a small 1, 2 here, but that's really subwave counting. It's often pointless. But this could be an A wave, here a B wave, and a C wave down in wave 4. Now, the problem that we have here, and that's fairly visible, is that the move up here was only in 3 waves. Yeah. So it could be, if we now fail to break above the B wave high and don't break out of the channel, so we need to break above 153 for further confirmation for further upside. If we don't do that, then the ABC could have just been a W wave. This might have been an X wave, and we get another ABC down in this channel. And again, as long as we're holding 135, that's fine. Just have it on the radar, okay? Because so far the move up is not convincing yet. But we have 3 waves down, so always watching. If we get that, always be watching for a possible reversal to the upside. I think at the moment the trend is still up, of course, especially as long as we're holding 135. And then we could still rally higher. Now, also it's not entirely clear, is this already the wave 3 of this C wave, or is this just a sub wave 3 of this C wave? But then we get again into micro counting. It's not so useful in this situation here with this particular chart. That's the best I can offer here at the moment. And again, the 135 level is highly relevant. Now, looking at possible targets for that C wave to the upside, we talked about that, taking the height of the A wave, going to the low of the B wave there. Then we talk about the 180 level, yeah, as an ideal target for the C wave. We already reached the 1-to-1 ratio, yeah, so that's why we are struggling here. And remember what we talked about in the previous video. We talked about this could also just be an overshooting B wave. It could be, but as long as we're holding 135, I'd be focusing on the upside further. Why could it be an overshooting B wave? Well, because we have reached the 200% retracement perfectly. That was one of the Fibonacci targets that I gave you here for the upside, 156, 157. Getting above that will drastically reduce the likelihood of an overshooting B wave, but we are still below that. So that really needs to be the target for the bulls, to break above that and then reach 180, and then I think we have a possible 5-wave move complete. At the moment, I would still be looking for one more leg at least to the upside, as long as the 135 level is holding. Okay, and that's my update about Polygon MATIC. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.